Hey Gun Geeks, I'm Destiny from Guns, Gear, and Fitness, and while I'm cleaning guns tonight, I will have an off-screen reader who's going to read comments and I'll respond to them. So this is going to be a new take on an old comment corner style video. Kind of like how I have live on unscripted conversations on Wednesdays, new.livestream.com/FateofDestinee. So if you're not tuning into these, maybe you'll dig this. Alright, what's the first comment?
First comment comes in from Maddie Dante.
This is from Maddie Dante. Hi Maddie.
And Maddie says on the Nighthawk custom video, "Marry me, haha. Awesome review, liked it. Just subbed. Want to see more 1911 videos."
Yeah, I like doing more I like shooting 1911, so I have no problem with more 1911 videos. Although, ironic considering I have a Glock here. It's like the antithesis for some people to a 1911.
Love my Colt, just customized. I put about 2K into it. Should have just laid down another grand and got a Wilson or a Nighthawk, haha.
Well, I certainly wouldn't feel bad about spending money on getting a Colt. They have the reputation that they do for a reason. I mean, they've been making 1911s for ages. That being said, I have found I have a bit of a preference for Nighthawks over Wilsons or Colts. But that certainly doesn't mean that they make bad 1911s. That's just, I've found that Nighthawks really do what I want them to do. Or they have what I expect out of a 1911.
False right. On your car CM9 versus Nano video.
Hi, Faltroy.
I'll wait till you're done spraying so they can hear me. One thing not mentioned and very important is the Nano has a much higher center of gravity. That means that there is going to be significantly more torque to the hand upon firing. Ideally, you want that barrel as close to the top of the hand as possible. That is perhaps the biggest negative with the Nano that I could see. He's talking about bore axis.
Yeah, it sounds like you're talking about bore axis. I think you really make a good point. Because the Nano has a little bit higher of a bore axis than on some of those single stack 9s, like the car CM9 or like the XDS. And I've noticed that it is a bit snappier. I feel a little bit more muzzle flip between shots. I mean, for some people, especially with maybe stronger hands than mine, it's not going to be a huge issue. But it is part of the reason that I lean toward perhaps like the Springfield or the car over the Nano, at least in that area of comparison. So thanks for the comment. I think you mentioned something worth discussing.
Really?
I think it's a good point.
Yeah.
And I didn't mention it in the video before, so
Okay, good.
hats off.
Alright, so Frank Boilermaker 210 Nap says on the Toy Gun Fitness video, "Safety glasses, LOL."
Frank Boilermaker 210. Yeah, maybe safety glasses would have been a good idea. You bring up a good point. Although, I will say that there was no blindness incurred during the making of that video, even though Nero caught a foam projectile to the eyeball, but it was really slow and it didn't actually injure him. He was just a little blinky for a while.
Yeah, he lived through it.
He sure did.
Blindness or any injury?
No blindness or no injury whatsoever. Just, you know, maybe a little...
No animals were harmed in the making of this film?
Yeah, maybe just a little sprained dignity because he got whooped by his little sister, but, you know, other than that.
Alright, so Hyper Sniper 82 on your concealed carry, have you drawn your weapon, something like that? Have you drawn your gun?
Hyper Sniper, you said?
Hyper Sniper 82.
Hey, Hyper Sniper 82.
Hyper Sniper 82 says, "I once had an encounter with this nasty old guy who was saying I was speeding, but I knew I wasn't, so I got out of my truck and we got to throwing curses at each other. So he decides to pull out his bat from his truck, thinking I was gonna get beaten. I also pulled out the bat, and he made the dumb move of trying to throw his baseball bat. He missed by a mile, and I kicked his bat into a pile of leaves. He finally made a smart move and drove off."
Wow, I'm glad it wasn't me in this situation. Jeez, I'm glad that you made it out okay too. That's some considerable road rage. The worst I've ever had to deal with is, I think, somebody flipped me off after they drove through a stop sign.
I found it was interesting that both of them had bats.
Yeah, I think it's interesting they both had bats too. I don't know what would give that dude the idea to chuck his bat, though. I mean, that's not exactly what they were designed for.
Somebody pulls a bat on me, and they're bringing a bat to a gunfight.
Yeah, somebody pulls a bat on me. That's about the response that I would have too. So I don't carry a bat, but I do carry concealed.
Okay, so this one is from Brian Calhoun, and he's commenting on the M1A Socom video.
Ah, the M1A Socom with the Socom 16.
On that video is, I wish you would do those types of videos once again, because you were really good at that type of long form reviews.
Thanks. I will do that.
And you're bleeding subscribers with these new fitness videos, so
I'm sure there are a number of other people who share that opinion then.
Well, you've always gone against the grain. You don't really care, do you?
No, I just kind of do what I enjoy doing.
Yeah. All right, so here's what he says. Good comment. He says, "Hey Des, nice review. I am buying the Socom, and I'm not a fan of the rails. He wants to use the Socom for wild hog hunts in Bakersfield, California, as well as 3-gun. And he says the excess rail thingy on the Socom is overkill, but your review is excellent, as usual."
That comment was that Hyper Sniper 82 or no? That was the last one.
Brian Calhoun.
Brian Calhoun. Thanks for the feedback, Brian. I appreciate that you enjoyed the review. And from the sound of it, you might want to look into, I think it's the Socom 16 rather than the Socom 2. That sounds like it'll make a lot more sense for the competition and for the hunting, because you get all the benefits of having the 16-inch barrel, which is supposed to be increased maneuverability, but you don't have that detractor of having that real heavy rail right on front.
So the next comment is from One Blue Wolf. And he's commenting on the car CM9 versus Nano video. Just like the other commenter. But he says, "I had a car P40, slightly larger with night sights, smooth trigger, aftermarket rubber grips, and a Pierce grip extension. He says, I found with practice I had shot very good groups. Any small pocket gun would have more felt recoil and muzzle flip than a full-size gun. Whatever you choose, carry, practice, practice, practice."
That's an excellent point. Regardless of whether or not you're carrying something full size or pocket size or whatever size, if you're planning on carrying with it, you really ought to feel confident in your manipulation of that firearm. And I think if you're going to make the decision to carry something that's going to be, that smaller, compact or subcompact size, it's going to flip a little bit more, I kind of think that makes it that much more important that you practice more so that your body is better attuned to that excess muzzle flip and recoil that you have a tendency to get from those kinds of firearms.
I actually found the car P40 to be way too snappy for me.
Yeah, I ended up not preferring it because it was too snappy for me too, but hey, I do know a number of folks who do prefer to carry subcompact 40s. They just feel more confident in that cartridge. So I guess you have to train more to compensate.
All right, here's the next one. Oh, this is great. This is on your concealed carry. Do you carry in a gun-free zone?
On the concealed carry, do you carry in a gun-free zone? What was the commenter's name? Gun-free zone? Yeah. Hold
on. I haven't told you the commenter's name yet. So this video, remember, you were...
I had Miss Budinsky.
You introduced that character, Miss Budinsky, and the odd thing about this was it was you in the car talking to yourself, basically.
I got some really weird looks making that video, I gotta say.
And so this commenter, his name is Casey28027, and he says, "What the hell did I just watch?"
You ever have that experience, Casey, where you fall down the hole of YouTube and you wonder where you ended up? Hopefully this isn't one of those times. Hopefully it's just I made a silly video about a kind of important topic just to get you thinking and poke a little fun at myself.
Alright, so the next one is Derek Ty. And Derek Ty...
This is Derek Ty's comment.
And he's commenting on gun control is unconstitutional. Unconstitutional.
That snapshot on gun control is unconstitutional, or
this wasn't a snapshot. This was when you used
this was a Professor Des video.
Professor Des,
that's right.
Yeah, and you haven't done her character since 2013. You should probably bring her back.
Yeah, it's been 2 years. That's probably a long enough hiatus, right?
Yeah. Okay, and so Derek Ty says, amen. Damn right. The babe with the fake glasses is 100% right. It's too bad. Most good-looking women like her on the street think the complete opposite. We need more babes that support the Second Amendment. I don't care for celebrities or what Kim Kardashian is doing. I want to hear about my rights, especially the Second Amendment.
Well, thank you, Derek. I think you give me a little too much credit with in the looks area. But I do appreciate that you like that sometimes I make videos talking about things that are more important than, you know, more important to our rights than fashion, like the Second Amendment and, well, this topic. I'll just say thank you. I appreciate that you appreciate me.
Okay, next one. Well, you really fell apart there, didn't you? What were you trying to say?
That I'm awkward?
You are awkward.
Why are you so awkward and yelly? I'm not awkward and yelly. Just regular awkward.
Ah, this is one. Turn down the music just a bit when transitioning to shooting portion of it. I had to keep adjusting the sound so I didn't wake up my roommates, LOL. This was on the Springfield... which one is this one? The Springfield Range Officer review. And that was a comment by William S. How loud is that? Let's see.
William S. Sorry about that, dude.
Let's see how loud this is. That's pretty loud.
Yeah. I really like that track.
Wow. You had a rock concert there?
Yeah, a little bit. Sorry, Will. I dig that music though, so I kind of got excited about it, I guess.
Oh, this is the next one here is this is a good one. This is deep sigh from you.
Yeah, I was just getting nervous, so I realized I'm just doing a video with my friends. There's no reason to be nervous.
That's so weird. Next one is a comment by Ryan Elsick, I guess. And Ryan Elsick says, "Fate of Destiny," in quotes, "makes no effing sense, LMAO."
Well, Ryan, that happens to be a pun on my name. So it does, I guess, if you know the backstory, I happen to be really cheesy. Destiny, Fate of Destiny. There you go. There's the sense.
Okay. Next comment by Buster Jones. Another one on your...
Hey, Buster Jones.
Another one on your concealed carry. Have you drawn your gun? Remember you were walking through the park?
Mm-hmm, with my 1911.
Yeah. Buster Jones says, I was followed by a nut job for about 15 to 20 minutes after he flipped out because I pulled ahead of him in a 3-lane car wash merge. Didn't cut him off, just knew it was my lane's turn, so I merged while he was honking. He was making all kinds of crazy moves on the highway and driving a much faster car, so I pulled over. And when he came up and started banging on my window, I showed him my permit and had my gun in my jacket and pointed in a safe direction. He went back to his car. I drove away and he didn't follow me anymore.
Sounds like a wise decision on that gentleman's part.
So instead of brandishing, he showed his permit.
I had not thought to do that. I mean, I've not been in a situation where I've needed to draw. Thankfully, that's still been the case for me. But I like that as an alternative. Thank you for sharing that. Oh my gosh, I have a lot of lead fouling going on here. I might need a little more spray to sit on there for a minute.
I'll wait because they won't be able to hear me with the spray.
Yeah, sorry. Just, you know, cleaning. I'm done spraying now, though.
This is from Carl Miller. It says, annoying? Prepper? Chick, is it? I got motion sickness just watching this narcissistic rambling. That was on your SHOT Show video. Oh, that was the non-stop shot number 8, Sig Sauer.
Oh, that's pretty recent then.
So I'm not sure if he's talking about the Glock or the Sig guy. Yeah, with you scraping, they're not going to be able to hear me. Or the Sig guy, or the Glock guy, or you. I don't know.
Assuming the female reference, or because he used the female reference, I think you mean you're talking to me, that I'm annoying. But hey, thanks for watching the video, even though you think I'm annoying. I mean, that's pretty cool. It's a long video, so. I don't know that I'd consider myself a prepper. I mean, I like to think ahead, but I know there are more people who are a lot more invested in prepping than I am. I mean, up in Wisconsin, there's always some degree of preparation just because we're in Tornado Alley and we do get a lot of storms that cut out power. So it's smart to have some things. But I don't know that I'd consider myself a prepper.
Sorry, I was laughing at someone else.
Yeah, well, share the comment, please.
Oh, this is good. Austin. The awesome Austin, France, 6 days ago posted on your Mind Your Manners video. He says, range commandment number 1, all women must shoot topless and shutteth the hell up. Shutteth the hell up.
Okay, Austin. I don't know how well that one's going to go down. You're going to have a really awesome time at your own, like, private range. I think that might be a better setup for you.
Then he commented on one right after that.
Oh, well. All right, Austin. Go for it. Lay it on me.
He says, just stick to porn.
I don't think I have the body or the interest for that, so I will let people who are a little more geared for that.
This is a good one.
Take that over.
Why should I carry? This is that last video that you did. And somehow the mic seemed like it was really far away from the video. I think your brother Nero was tired, or you were tired, and not realizing you have to actually have a mic close to your mouths or something.
Yeah, and it was the end of the day. We were all exhausted.
Either one of you two, and you looked like you just like had been through a tornado or something. Well,
felt like it.
But no, that got good response to that video. But someone says here the name is H2O4170 says buy a mic. Good sound will make or break your channel. I mean, you got a new mic there that's very sensitive. Like if you sniff like you just sniffed now, it sounds like really loud. So I think you solved the sound issue.
Yeah, now I have too much sound because now you guys can hear all of my sniffing. Oh, that worked really nicely. I didn't even need the copper brush on this one. Oh, and who had that comment?
H2O4170.
H2O4170. I totally agree with you, by the way, on the sound. Like, sound can totally make or break a video. You can have a great video with terrible sound. Problem is, you can have all the mics in the world, but if you don't talk into them, they don't work super well. Yeah. Go figure. So that's a little, I don't know, maybe I should have a couple more energy bars or something with me on those long days.
Here's the last comment, I think, because of time constraints. The last comment is from an individual named Tex Grebner Outdoors.
Oh, Tex Grebner Outdoors.
And this is a comment on your Toy Gun Fitness video. He says, Tex Grebner Outdoors says, it seems as we climb the fitness ladder, we're leaving some of our peers behind.
Oops. Looks like my camera turned off for a second there, but I was just about to say to Tex, I like just barely found the fitness ladder. I'm like touching the bottom rung, so there's nobody to have left behind, you or anybody else. But yeah, thanks for commenting on the video though. And that pretty much wraps it up for this first edition of Rebooted Comment Corner. So if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe and I'll see you next time.